I've brought up like the physical violence that on a college campus, that is something that occurs to me. They laugh like, you're a big white dude to me. And I don't feel safe. And that's like, you have the privilege of assuming that I feel safe with you, where these black men do not have that privilege.
Oh,
Just
okay,
like, you're not
okay,
assuming
okay.
everyone's gonna feel
Okay.
safe with you. And
Okay.
I feel, even in my interactions with you, you have that assumption. I'm talking maybe even on a physical space level.
I've never had someone tell me that. Yeah. I don't know. I just think that's why we're here. Because I didn't know that. I never felt that with anybody. I've always felt tension, especially with men of color, that there's this men of color. Women of color, no. With men of color, I've always...
And I'm telling you that for me, that's not real.
Okay.
Like, you don't feel it, and I'm like, how, like, what?
I'm afraid of walking down the street and white people walking toward me, but they say they're afraid of me. I'm afraid of them. What are you gonna do? Like, what?
What are you gonna say?
What are you gonna say?
And I know I'm not gonna be believed, so it don't even matter. So
all
you gotta do is make up a story. That's how much power you have. You can make up a story, and that's my life.
And it'll be totally believed.
That's my life. In the blink of an eye, it's extinguished because that one white person just made up a story.
They can have a videotape of you beating the shit out of Will, and the question is, well, what was Will doing?
To provoke him.
Yeah.
I was thinking of John Lewis, who's the congressman, and he talks about being spit on. And then suddenly a couple white folks say it didn't happen, and then they say it didn't happen. Texas decides that the Civil War wasn't about slavery, it becomes states' rights, and bam, the book gets changed. History rewritten. What does it do? Can any person of color change a textbook in America?
No, never. I don't think it's gonna happen ever. It took us so many years to get an African American to be a president.
He's not even doing a good job.
Yeah.
Because he can't do a good job. Because if he said what he wanted to say, then he'd get kicked out.
Exactly.
He would not be there. He had to say there's no black America, there's no white America, there's just the United States of America. He doesn't believe that.
Not for 1 second.
But he has to get to the top so he can create an atmosphere for change. And it makes me angry because he has to hide so much of himself. And that's discouraging for me.